Hello and welcome back to another episode of Timeless or Trash, the series where we take a look at films from the past and decide, are they any good or are they just a bit crap?
What a piece of junk!
I'm your host this week, James, and joining me are...
Ben.
Dan.
And Christian.
And this week we're going to be taking a look at the 1984 film Gremlins. This was actually recommended to us by one of the viewers, so shout out to Carl Gray. He actually suggested we do this. Ben, have you seen this film before? Like, what's your general feel for the film?
I have seen it before, not for many years. So I don't really remember that much. I think I remember more about the second film than the first film. So I'm looking forward to this.
Christian, what about you?
Again, like with Jingle All the Way, this is one of my sort of favourite Christmas films. It's it's a bit of a weird Christmas film because it's not very Christmassy.
Yeah, I was thinking this. Like, it's always it's in the list of Christmas films, but is it that Christmassy? Like, for me, it's almost in the same vein as Die Hard. Like, yes, it is technically Christmas film, but it's not the most Christmassy.
Hey! Merry Christmas!
Yeah, I've seen it a few times from like when I was young. I'm pretty sure it was my mum that introduced me to it. I've always just quite enjoyed it. It's a nice, fun little ride. But Dan, what is your relationship with Gremlins?
Well, surprise, surprise. Another film I've not seen. Yeah, never seen Gremlins. I don't really know why. I'm very much aware of Gremlins, but I've just never seen it. What is a gremlin?
Well, Dan, I guess today's the day that you finally watch Gremlins, and without further notice, let's get started.
Boom! Explosions.
Here it comes!
So that was Gremlins, and what a wild ride that was, wasn't it, boys?
It was indeed.
That was fun, you know?
In one word, Gremlins is fun. Like, I don't think anyone can deny that.
Xenophobic as well. That is.
These goddamn foreign cars, they always freeze up on you.
I think the Gremlins are absolutely bonkers. They've been alive for about a day and somehow are filled with all the pop culture knowledge they will ever need. Like, it's kind of amazing. The animatronics, the puppetry, phenomenal. Like, it holds up so well.
I think possibly the shot that you could consider the wonkiest, and even then it was a great shot, is the one where it's the mist after Stripe is walking his army of gremlins down the road.
Yeah.
It did look a little bit janky in places, but it still looked amazing for the year it came out.
But then that becomes the charm of it. Unlike bad CGI, where it's just hard to look at, there's now the charm
of janky practical effects and stop motion.
Did we all like Gizmo and the fact that he was just a precursor to Baby Yoda, clearly?
It's a bit shocking how lazy Baby Yoda kind of just is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I loved that scene when, towards the end, when the Gremlins are just like, it's total anarchy with the Gremlins and they're just trashing everything, and they're all in that bar, just
so
completely going crazy. And you got all these like little vignettes of each Gremlin, some playing poker, a bunch of them at the bar just drinking and like knocking back like whiskeys and eating popcorn and stuff.
And the way he's got his mouth on the tap and you can see his belly inflating there.
That's
and then.
it, yeah.
It's brilliant.
What the hell? Is this Tom Waits or something? The Gremlins didn't actually seem all that bad, until they got hold of handguns and stuff.
They only murdered a few people, it's fine.
But they were pushed. They were pushed to it by a murderous woman, blending them and stabbing them and decapitating them. No wonder Stripes kill them all, because oh, my mate's just had his head lopped off.
It's weird because it's got sort of that kids film feel all throughout, and then there is just certain moments where you're like, oh, that's not very kid friendly, like the gremlin shoved in the microwave.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty brutal for a kids film.
Wicked. Yeah.
That's actually quite sadistic, man. Oh my god,
that's a bit mean.
Is it gonna
Yeah.
It's really weird because on a certain level, I think because it's kind of so wacky, it does feel like it's almost aimed at children. But when this first released in 1984, it was a 15. But it doesn't feel like a 15.
I don't know, yeah, because it's got the air of the family film. The Mogwai Gizmo is made for children.
The dad, the character, fair enough, he's a bit of comic relief with his inventions, but it didn't really seem to go anywhere. I don't understand. I was expecting like his inventions to be vindicated on some level.
There's the whole scene where he puts the orange into the orange peeler and juicer, and I honestly expected them to shove a gremlin in.
That one subplot with Katie, where we don't quite know what's happened to her during Christmas. She doesn't like Christmas for some reason, and we kind of wondering why. And then there's that one slightly crowbarred in scene where she kind of just tells us about what happened to her dad, which I think I'm alone amongst you guys, but I just found it darkly funny that her dad got stuck up the chimney.
There was a weird dark humour in it, but I don't think it was intentional. I think they presented this scene in a, oh, here's this really like dramatic and it's sad, and now you're supposed to feel with her and you empathise with Katie. It's like, who has a chimney that you can even fit in, let alone think that you're going to get all the way down? No, your dad's a fucking idiot. Like, don't go climbing down the chimney.
It just reminds me of that. You guys ever seen that Trigger Happy TV sketch where the Santa's stuck up the chimney?
I don't know, it could be a pigeon or something. Jesus!
12-year-old me couldn't believe that anything could be so funny.
Yeah. Can we talk quickly about, I think, possibly the best scene? The evil older woman who threatens to kill the dog slowly.
Come on, well-placed window, well-placed window.
I think she died.
She dead? Oh, she's dead.
I did like that kind of little theme running throughout where the baddies get their comeuppance. Mostly all the characters that were kind of introduced as like the bad guys ended up getting their weird little comedy deaths, and arrogance was punished with the cops, hubris was punished, and the old lady was punished, and all that kind of stuff. And the Gremlins really were kind of like this vigilante force of justice for a lot of the film, just like ripping through the city, just basically doling out justice to whoever deserved it.
I'm surprised. Obviously, I think we said it was his first film. I'm surprised Corey Feldman wasn't in it more.
Yeah, was it Corey Feldman's first film?
It was his first big thing, yeah. Like, I think he'd only done sort of like guest appearances on TV and stuff before then.
Yeah, he wasn't in it at all. And he'd go on to much greater things, wouldn't he?
Honesty. Yeah, right. Here we go now.
I'm glad at the very end that they don't get to keep Gizmo, because they don't deserve Gizmo. They broke all the rules within the day, one or 2 days.
The first thing they do is flash a camera at him. Then he shines the light through the mirror and blinds him. So he hits him with sunlight twice within like first hour of owning him. Then gets him wet literally the next day, and then feeds them after midnight.
They do not deserve him.
Special mention must go to the soundtrack. And the theme tune, which I loved.
It is a really good theme song.
Yeah, it's iconic.
It was back in the day when they actually gave a shit about scores in a film, and they actually said, yeah, we'll have some thematic in the score and we'll have it set up and pay off, and not like now where there's no themes anymore, they don't exist.
We've got Ben in a very cynical mood, I think. Did your dad get stuck up a chimney as well? Or?
Yeah, he did.
With that, shall we answer the question we've all come here today to answer?
What is that?
So, Ben, timeless or trash?
It's got a lot of fun in it. Okay characters, but the Gremlins are the best. It's timeless.
Lovely stuff. Dan?
It's a tough one, this. This might be my toughest decision yet. Don't think it's trash. It definitely has aspects of trash. And I kind of don't think it's timeless either. I enjoyed it, it was good fun. Though it was more hit than miss. So I think it's probably timeless. The most non-committal timeless yet.
Christian, timeless or trash?
I try and watch this film every year if I can. Just got an iconic soundtrack. The Gremlins are a lot of fun, and it's one of the bizarrest Christmas films out there. I've got to give it timeless.
I'll round it off. It's wacky, it's fun, it's some of the stuff I love most in films. It's absolutely timeless.
Oh yeah.
Wow, okay.
So there you have it, a unanimous timeless from us here at the Spacemen from Pluto. Leave us a like, subscribe to the channel, comment. Do you think Gremlins is timeless or trash? Are you as undecided as Dan, or are you as unanimous as the rest of us? But from us here at Spacemen for Pluto, thanks for watching. Goodbye.